Hi everyone, my name is Mary and welcome back to Quinn Inc. Today on the Batman blanket wing section, we are now going to be working on 3.4, and this is what it looks like on the graph. You are going to need a small little ball of black yarn. You may want to get a bigger one than this one of the yellow. I went through 3 of these small little ones to make this whole entire yellow section, so make sure it's much bigger, maybe a little bit bigger than this one that I have right here of the black one. Thank you for coming back. On this one we're going to be doing foundation double crochet 1 through 17. This is going to be our shorter one. It will not be very wide like you see on the other ones where they're foundation double crochet 20. On top of that, I had a subscriber by the name of Danielle Owa Boa, I believe is what her name is. She has requested I make a baby blanket in the Batman wing. I am actually working on that for you, and I have come up with a picture. I drew it and colored it and everything, and once this Batman blanket is done, I will be putting out the Batman baby blanket is what I'm going to be calling it, and it will come out in parts just like this one. It'll be a little shorter. It is going to be in the size 30 inches wide by 34 inches tall. Now I might also bring that one out as well as along with this Batman blanket, and we'll do it once we get to the middle section of the Batman blanket. So you'll get the middle section and you'll also get the baby blanket as well. So you'll get 2 videos. I'm going to try and do them on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. So maybe Thursday and Friday will be the baby blanket, and Saturday and Sunday will be the regular Batman adult blanket. But we'll see how that goes. I am so sorry. I apologize. I have been working 2 jobs, working 60 to 70 hours a week. I work at a clinic and I work at Kohl's. So I'm sorry if I haven't been able to put out as many videos as I would like. Hopefully coming next week I will try and record as much as I can. And don't forget, you will also be needing your 5.5 millimeter hook for all of these, and you will also be using that also for the baby blanket if you want to watch that as well. Don't forget you need a pair of scissors to cut off all your strings, and you'll also need a darning needle or a yarn needle. Let me grab mine. So you'll need something like this. These ones are really big. You can get smaller ones, and I have some pins in there, so you'll need a darning needle, something like this, maybe a little bit smaller, or if you'd like you can have the bigger eye hole, so don't forget, so you can sew in all your strings. And you will be also using in the baby blanket the black, yellow, and the blue yarn, so we will still look just exactly like this blanket. It will just be in a smaller size instead of a bigger size. Okay, so if that is something you're interested in, please look out for that one. And without further ado, let's get started on the Batman blanket wing section 3.4. Okay, so I'm back, and to start the Batman blanket 3.4, we're going to do a foundation double crochet of 17. So this is going to be our short one, whereas the other 3 were the longer ones, because they were 20 stitches wide. This one's 17. Okay, so don't forget to make your slip knot like I've done. Put it on your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. You're going to make a chain of 2. We're working in the back of the bumps. You're going to yarn over, go into that first stitch. You can either go into 2 of the stitches, or you can go into the bump on the top if you can find it. mine does not want to work, so I'm just going to go right into that stitch right there. Grab my working yarn and pull up a loop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over to make a chain, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That way you make a chain and a double crochet. Yarn over, go back into that stitch closest to your yarn tail, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through to make a chain, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Alrighty, so I will be back when I have 17 of these. Alrighty, so I'm back and I made 16. I just need to make one more, so yarn over, go into your stitch, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, grab your working yarn to make a chain, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Flip your work and count your stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Make sure you have 17 because according to our graph right here, we only need 17 foundation single crochets. Now we're going to go on to row number 2. We're going to double crochet 2 through 6 in black. I will meet you back at row number 6. So on row number 7, when we double crochet in that black, we'll start adding that yellow right there. So all you need to do in order to get to rows 2 through 6 is you'll chain 1. Once you flip your work up, yarn over, go into that first stitch, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. That is a double crochet. Double crochet all the way to the end right here. Don't forget this stitch on the end. Chain 1 and keep going until you have 6 of these. I will meet you back at row number 7 and show you what to do next. Alrighty, so I'm back and I made the 6 rows I told you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have my last stitch right here on the end to make. So let's get that double crochet made real quick. There we go. Double crochet is made. There are the 6 rows. Now we're going on to row 7. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work, double crochet into that first double crochet right there. Whoops. Alrighty. Hold on. My yarn is catching on stuff. Okay. Okay, so double crochet into that first double crochet, and now we're going to double crochet into 8 stitches all the way across. So that's 2.
Oops. 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, and this one is going to be number 8. So you're going to yarn over, go into that stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. This is where we're going to make that transition to yellow. I'm going to grab one of my yellow yarn balls over here, and we're going to make a quick little slip knot. I normally just wrap it around my fingers like this, pull them out, pull this through, and pull that through the hole, and kind of pull on it a little bit, giving it a little bit of slack. Put it on my hook, finishing that double crochet, pulling through both loops, pull on the black one, grab the yellow yarn tail and the black working yarn to make a knot. We're going to make a double knot to secure it. The black yarn is going to stay here at this row. We are now going to yarn over, go into that next stitch, grab our working yarn and pull up a loop. I am going to crochet this yellow yarn tail within our work in order to try and put it into the work in order to not have to sew it in for later. So I just put it on top of the stitches, as you can see, and I'm just double crocheting over that yarn tail. And it is pretty long, so I'm going to double crochet all the way over it to the very last stitch. If you hear something weird in the background, I kind of don't know what that noise is. I think it's our neighbors above us making noises, so I am not sure. Alright, one more yellow into that stitch. And there we go. That finishes off row number 7. As we can take a look right here, I put a bunch of numbers on here so that way I could figure out which row it was. So this is row number 7 that we're on. So we went from this side all the way, transitioned, and back to 7. We're going to do this all the way up to row number 10. I will meet you back at row number 10, so you'll just double crochet in yellow, chain 1, double crochet in the first stitch, go all the way across and do that transition. I'll meet you back at this transition so you get to see it one more time, and then I'll let you go until row 10, and then we'll do this transition over here in yellow as well. Okay, so I will meet you back in just one moment. Alrighty, so I'm back, and I just have one more double crochet in yellow to make. And then here we are at the transition. So we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab the working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, leave that yellow behind you, pick up the black yarn now, yarn over and finish that double crochet, pull on the yellow to tighten it, not too tight, just a little bit, yarn over, pick up that fake stitch, pick up the regular stitch, hold on to those 3, grab your working yarn to pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. So there is the transition for you. So as we see right here, we're now on row number 8. So now you're going to work your way towards row number 9, chain 1, go across, do the transition, work your way across to row number 10. I will meet you back at row number 10, and then we will start on row number 11. Alrighty, so I am back, and I'm on row number 10. Like I promised, so 7, 8, 9, and this is row 10. We're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab our working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the next stitch for the transition, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Put the yellow behind you, we're going to have to take it with us. Now pick up your black yarn, yarn over and pull through both stitches to make a double crochet. Pull on that yellow, hold on to it with your middle finger, yarn over, pick up the fake stitch, pick up the regular stitch, hold on to those 3, grab the working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Oh boy, I just told you we were going to grab those and I forgot to. Sorry about that. Okay, pick up the yellow and put it on top of that stitch now. Now we're going to yarn over, pick up the fake stitch, the regular stitch, the yellow yarn on top, holding on to all 4 at once, then grabbing the yarn and pulling through. Grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. We're going to put that down for just 1 second. And as you can see, since we are on row 10, there's your transition. We need to carry that yellow yarn 1 stitch before the end so we can pick it back up and transition, because as you can see, 11 all the way to 20 will be that 1 row of black yarn, and all the rest of it will be yellow. Okay? So hopefully that helps. So let's crochet, yarning over, going into the stitch, grabbing our working yarn and pulling up a loop, making sure that our yarn is right here on top of that stitch, grabbing our black yarn and pulling through 2, grabbing our black yarn and pulling through 2. And then we're just going to double crochet until we get to 1 stitch before the end. We are almost done with 3.4, and we will be moving on to 4.1 of the Batman blanket wing section. We are now 2 stitches before the end, so we're now going to double crochet and hold this yellow yarn right here. Hold on, I'm sorry, the yarn is catching. So once you get to this stitch, you're going to take this yellow yarn and hold it with your middle finger like this and your forefinger to put it off to the side so it stays right there. Double crochet into that last black stitch at the end. There we go. So we have moved that yellow yarn with us, and if you'd like, you can pull on it a little bit. Not too tight, because you don't want this stitch to get all tightened up. So I pull on it a little bit. Okay, so now we are now on row number 11. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And we're going to be doing that transition. So we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab our working yarn and pull up a loop. Grab our working yarn and pull through 2. Picking up that yellow stitch, I pull on it a little bit to tighten it up between the stitches right here, so that way it doesn't look like it's too loose. Yarn over and finish off that double crochet. Yarn over, pick up the fake stitch, the black stitch, hold on to all 3. I always push these down with my forefinger, grabbing the yarn and pulling through. Grabbing my working yarn and pulling through 2, grabbing my working yarn and pulling through 2. Double crochet in yellow till you get to the end, chain 1, double crochet, and I will meet you back to show you how to do that transition. And then I will let you go for rows 12 and 13 all the way up to 20, and I will come back on row 20, but I will come back on row 12 to show you this transition one more time, and then I will let you go in order to do rows 20. Okay, so I will see you shortly. Alrighty, so I made it back around for that transition. I have 1 more double crochet I just need to do. There we go. And now we're going to do the transition. So yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, grab your working yarn, pull through 2, put the yellow yarn behind you, pick up the black one, yarn over and finish that double crochet, pull on the yellow, hold it, yarn over, pick up the stitch, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2 for that transition on row number 12. And that was row 12. This is row 11. And now we're going to be working on row 13. Chain 1, turn your work, yarn over, go back into that stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. This is going to be another transition. You're going to hold that black yarn and, in 1 second, it's a little tangled. Pick up your yellow yarn, yarn over and pull through 2 to finish off that stitch. Make sure to pull on your black yarn so it's a little bit tight. Yarn over, pick up the fake stitch, pick up this stitch, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn, pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Hopefully that transition, those 2 transitions from the end of one row into the beginning of a new row helps you. You can always rewind the video and watch that. I will actually meet you back, I am very sorry, at row 19 to do the 2 transitions for you, so that way we can finish off row 20. So I will be back shortly at row number 19 into 20, and then we will finish 3.4 Batman blanket wings section, square number 4. Okay, so I will be back shortly. So right now we are on row number 13. So 11, 12, 13, working on 13. Do rows 13 all the way to 19, and I will meet you back shortly. Alrighty, so I am back, and I am actually on row number 20. So hopefully you got through the rest of it. So here's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and this is 20. And we perfectly landed on that transition, so fantastic. I was hoping that would happen. So I have one more stitch before the transition. So yarn over, go into your stitch, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, yarn over, go into that yellow stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, hold on to that yellow yarn, pick up your black yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 without splitting your yarn, pull on the yellow to kind of tighten it, yarn over, pick up the fake, pick up the black yarn, hold on to it, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, give your black yarn a little bit of slack, grab your scissors and cut, yarn over and pull right through. And that is row number 20. I do not have to cut off any of the yellow. As you can see, I had just enough, so perfect. I can sew that in. So now here is the outro. Thank you so much everyone for watching Batman Blanket 3.4. This is what it looks like when it is fully crocheted. Do not forget to make 2 of these. This is what it looks like on the graph. And in the next video, I will put all 4 of these parts together and show you exactly what they all look like together. I may sew them together, I may not. So you'll have 3 all the way to 3.4, all 4 parts, showing you exactly what they look like. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, my name is Mary and this is Quinn Ink. And this was the Batman Blanket Wing section 3.4. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And again, happy crocheting. Bye-bye.